I have chosen the B section, write an analytical essay in which you analyze and comment on Alex Bimes' article, Paul McCartney is Esquire's August cover star. Part of your essay must focus on the style of writing and on how Paul McCartney is presented in the text. First of all, I would like to come with a quick summary, and the whole article is kind of a cadeau to Paul McCartney. It's about his tour. Alex Bimes meets him in Japan, and really explains his habits and his routines, and he comments a lot about him aging well and being a very tireless and hardworking man. And first of all, a good ambassador for the British music industry, and overall very iconic as he is, Paul McCartney. So the article is quite long and just focuses, as I just said, about his tour and his habits and his routines and what he does with touring and stuff. The center is, of course, Alec Bimes from the magazine Esquire, and the receivers are then, of course, the readers of the magazine. The purpose of this whole text is to present Paul McCartney as he because of his aging, or in spite of his aging, is still active in the music business and still has a huge leading inspiration on new members of that business. The style of writing is quite emotional, or there's a lot of pathos used to describe Paul McCartney. Like his tone is very optimistic and quite humorous at times. He says at one point that McCartney comments on him coming to interview him and says that it's like going to the dentist. That's the same way he prepares himself. And in general, there is a lot of these descriptive words, like Bambi eyes. I can just quick find it in the text. Also, he uses McCartney's nickname from back in Liverpool, Macca. He has this, let me just find it real quick, like flaky color length gray only at the sideburns, but the Bambi eyes are hooded now, the lips once pouty are pursed. It's from line 95 to about 97 approximately. This tone that is very optimistic and humorous really wants to inflict a reaction from the reader itself on how he's presented. But as I said before, he really comments on the importance of integrity in the music industry. He talks about McCartney being very true to his background in Liverpool, and he himself describes him still as being just a guy from Liverpool, a working class boy, and has always been very nice and polite, and hasn't taken the bad rock star image, as he mentions the Rolling Stones with trashing hotel rooms and things like that. But McCartney is presented in the text as following as a tireless, hardworking rock star, but cool and young in the way he dresses. And he actually describes him as the best British ambassador to really be presented, and is really happy that in spite of the Rolling Stone, as mentioned before, he stays true to to what he is and what he stands for, and really is even in spite of him aging, still being so active and so crowd pleasing. And I can really confirm that that point of view, because I actually got to go to one of his concerts on his new tour. I think it's called Brushing Up. It was quite a fantastic thing to experience. He was like, he described him very joke cracking and had a lot of anecdotes, and just his energy was just fantastic, and still knows how to please his crowd and to feel like they're included, and of course he has a lot of baggage and a lot of history about his bands made about John Lennon being shot and George Harrison dying of cancer, I think, and dedicated a lot of songs, of course, in their honor. But he also comments on that his flaws are exaggerated because of his success, because he is so successful and so good at being a rock star, or what to say. So that his small flaws, they get exaggerated because people want to find flaws with such a great man. And overall, here at the end, Alex Belms, depicts or presents Paul McCartney as not the typical rock star, but a cool, easygoing guy that knows his crowd and knows what he is doing, and has a lot of heritage. And that's all for now.